Guess what, livers? Spar Melville is giving away a food hamper valued at 500 Rand. To win, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, I Love Melville Live, and engage on our weekly shows, Melville Streets in the morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Melville Drive in the afternoon from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. right here on ilovemelville.live.
Are you adding drama again?
Yeah. Okay, guys.
That was suspense. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to it. It is the weekend breakfast suite, as you know it. And we kind of added some drama nyana because hey, what can
we
you
like
say?
drama here.
We love drama.
We are
You know,
drama
Mutwadi
full
Soapy.
Hey, man.
Mutwaskim Sam.
Buskim Sam.
Hey.
What generations?
With generations.
Generations.
With the queen.
With the queen.
Hey, I can go on and on and on.
And the most drama tla. But get ILM drama.
Actually, we should come up with a soapy for that.
Bo narga actor. Nanga actor na.
And heck, there's some
Bo
talent.
narga actor. Not talenting
Some of the people that we work with here, they've
Bo bagala no. Hanga mutsa so. Agala no. She'd cry now.
Yeah, exactly, guys. So welcome to it. Today is the 28th of November, 2020. We're heading into the festive season. I know you guys are in that mood as well. And I've got one thing to tell everybody. That, man, there's no words to say this, but you are the man of the weekend. Actually, the man of the week.
Man of the week. What does that mean? I'm kidding.
The things you did yesterday, the way you were working, the focus, the drive as a technical producer and a vision mixer for yesterday's Black Friday special edition. I call it that. I don't know what you guys call it in your mindset, but
yeah, it was a 12-hour production, actually. It was a 12-hour production, started from 7, ended at 7. 12 hours, It was fun-filled. I don't know if the people saw you there on camera.
Oh, no, they saw me.
Being the main presenter of the Melville Russell. They saw you.
A part of me, I can't bear to watch myself. I even told Cookie yesterday that I can't bear to watch myself literally on... Because I'm very fidgety and I'm very critical about my work. So yeah, okay. it's one of those things.
New dynamic for you.
New dynamic for me. Something new, something that I've never learned before, but you get used to it. Okay. You adapt. So from my side, all I can say is, Matt, you killed it.
Thank you much.
You
Thank
literally
you so
killed
much.
it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
I can humble
So
myself and say thank you so much.
and just hearing from most of the businesses that came through that are based here in Melville,
Okay.
guys, I urge you to go to those stores. We've talked about them, and there's a couple of vibey places that you can go to.
Are.
And I'm like that person that's
A
like,
lot of vibey places.
why am I staying in Sandton?
Vibey.
Why am I staying in Sandton?
Why am I staying in Sandton?
And I have to like literally drive up 5-minute drive to Sandton City.
Shucks.
Exactly. When Melville's here, you can take a 5-minute walk to those stores.
So Nare, so from yesterday's entombment, if I can ask,
Yeah.
what did you get? Well, now it's a weekend. So what is the weekend flow like right now?
The weekend flow is chilled.
Okay.
And I think yesterday it really prepared me for this day as well. So just
so are they prepared? Are you guys prepared?
I hope y'all are prepared because I'm prepared.
Okay.
I know it's the weekend.
Buffet spicing, man. Buffet spice.
What kind of spice?
Hi, man. Not paprika masala.
Yo, the chilies. Hey, so guys, yesterday was a Black Friday special edition.
Okay.
We had lovely business owners coming through.
Nice.
And guys, do not hesitate. You guys can always go onto our social media pages, which is for Facebook, it's ilovemelville.live, as well as YouTube, I Love Melville, spacebar live, and at Twitter, it's at I Love Melville, capital L. So guys, go to our social media. You'll see what we've offered for you guys on the Black Friday special edition. They there. You don't have to worry that it was live and it's not there anymore. It's literally there. So you could see
12 recordings, dude.
All 12 all the hard work
segmented, dude, into so many things. I heard from one business that was there.
Yeah.
He was like literally like, I'm a Texas smokehouse. I was like, oh, I need myself some Texas weed, eh? Yeah, bro, yeah.
Bringing America to South Africa.
Like my dogs, that young boy,
And what's the beauty about this? I hope they come up with a special for Father's Day.
Father's Day,
because
not otherwise Father's Day not celebrated, Mara.
Or like celebrated every day. I wouldn't mind taking my dad there.
Yeah, ne?
Literally speaking, come to think of it, the 18th of December is his birthday. So Pops, I'm planning to take you out on your birthday. Actually, I want to actually bring you here. 11th of December, Texas Smokehouse will be opening. So, and they're coming up with specials.
Nice. I'm gonna be there
till January.
I'm gonna be there at the open.
I need to take my dad there because he's busy watching. One of those shows that on the Food Channel. Okay. I don't know what the name of the Food Channel is, but they mostly focus on American food.
What the vibe of the American feel.
The feel of it. And I want him to experience it right here because he's always watching it and he's always telling me about it. He's like, yo, son, I want to fry this kind of meat and I want to. And I'm like, but no, I hear you.
Today can I ask you now?
Yeah.
Today being a bride day as a weekend, what? That's why I asked you about the weekend flow because you talk about brides now. Huh?
And I'm actually attending a bride today.
You joking?
Yeah.
And I'm invite That's up. So I guys out
there. We have to RSVP.
Just know the people that you work with. They won't invite you to a prize.
No, but if it was my bride, definitely, Matt, you'd come through. You'd get a special occasion. You'd get a bottle nyana of champopo.
Again, so me.
Oh no, Fanta.
You're not Fanta.
Oh, okay, Fanta.
Yeah. So
2 liter Fanta.
What are you saying basically? What are you basically saying there? That he's going to teach us me Fanta. Yeah.
Fanta.
Fanta.
Fanta. Yes. I'm gonna get him some Fanta. What kind of Fanta would you like? Grape, orange, or pineapple?
I'm not sure.
Yeah?
I'm not sure what I fancy. Man, a bit of orange does justice,
Yeah.
It's good
that one always
see,
That one always kills it. It hits the soul. Whether it's low kilojoules or it always kills.
Always.
It slaps.
I get you.
Yeah, I want to find out from you, Matt. How was it for you making sure that you were running production and making sure that everything was running smoothly? Because I could see from my side, I can give you my point and say, wow, you were like literally in the zone, and I was like, let me not disturb him because it's today is quite an important day. But for you, I want to find out from you and the listeners as well that want to find out from you. What was it like working in such a production and making sure that you had to steer the ship for all, like literally 4 shows in within plus 11 hours max? So 6 hours, should we say? How was that for you?
Not plus 6 hours, because remember, every single show was 3 hours.
I mean 12 hours.
Yeah.
So we double that up. How was that for you though?
It was even it was fun. It was fun. I'm sure for the people that were there, they saw the visuals, they saw the engagement of the businesses, they saw everything. So the love for Marvel was there. So when I had to bring the same spirit. I was tired because we left here, us and the production team, basically management. We left here literally in the early hours of the morning. So it was
while it was still sunny.
No,
the clouds.
No, I mean as in the early hours of the morning, Friday.
As in like the wee hours.
The wee hours, AMs, just before AM hit. We literally had to go out. So we were like, no, let's just go grab 2 hours of sleep. We'll come back. Hey, yeah, no. When we got there, we were like, call time is 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock, we all have to be here.
Yeah.
We have to do sound preps. We have to do camera. We have to do lighting. We have to do all these things.
Yeah.
It was tough.
It was like proper production that you'd see at a normal production company.
So basically, I was just doing technical directing for that, which is basically behind the scenes, talking to the presenters, guiding them through softly, that, okay, no, let's say, talk about this, go there. So I help them along. I'm there. You see these things, when you put on earphones and you listen to someone talking, you're literally their guide in life. But yeah, man, that was that. It was so entertaining. The people enjoyed themselves. The presenters enjoyed themselves. You probably enjoyed yourself way more.
You know what?
Grabbed a couple of books, and stuff like that. I saw you there in the zone as well, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing about it as well. We encourage our listeners, or should we say our viewers, to literally take up the time, go and see these businesses. I know a lot of people would rather go to malls and buy, like, I'm not going to mention the most popular, shops.
Hey, Jonathan.
Those ones. Those specific ones.
We know them. You know them too.
Everyone knows them.
No, you know them. You know them, eh? Yeah.
Hey. So if you guys are in Jozi, I'd advise you to come straight here to Marvel.
Nice.
The shops are genuine. They talk the culture about what Marvel's all about.
Deep.
Exactly. And I was just telling Cookie yesterday, one of the people that we actually interviewed, the old lady's Rosemary, right? She's been staying here for over 20 years, and she's seen how literally Marvel has evolved as a suburb.
Deep, eh?
It's deep. And she's from Ireland. She decided, I want to come and stay here because there's something about South Africa or just Johannesburg that's out there that's like just unbelievable. And just to hear her story and her experience of staying here and how it is like also running a business, having vintage clothing. It's like a lot of kids, I know right now the trend is also opening up into the vintage side. A lot of kids can learn from her as well.
So I want to understand from everything that we experienced yesterday.
Yeah.
How would you go about making it a teachable moment for someone who's not from here? Because Marvel was rated the 33rd, not
best,
not 33th,
best and coolest.
Best and coolest suburb in the world. So 33, how many suburbs are there in the world? Come on, there's a lot.
There is a lot.
So the coolest,
not even
best,
not even Rosebank,
not even Sandton,
not even Sandton, not even Fourways. Don't even not Bram is trying to, but it's not going to get there.
Yeah,
let's get it.
Bram boys and Bram girls, Nyamosh.
Hey, and I've seen the thing. I'm not gonna even go there. But
yeah, we're not there. We're not trying there.
We're not there.
Definitely, we're on the weekend show here.
We're on the weekend show, right?
So what do you have them for the weekend show?
So for the weekend show, practically, we're in the festive mood.
Okay.
So we practically going to look into what are some of the gifts that we can suggest. So I want to find out from you, especially for kids.
Yeah.
A lot of parents, we know at this time of the year,
Okay.
if like maybe the kids do well in the
Uh-huh.
exams or
Yeah.
the end of the year results, they get something special, nyana,
Okay.
or they get a PS5.
Wow.
know?
How I wish I was them growing up.
But there are some of those strict parents that are
Hey.
like, if you're gonna get a gift,
Oh,
you're
you gonna
getting
do that?
something that's educational that will be beneficial
Oh, nice. Okay.
to your life going forward.
Okay.
So I want to find out from you,
Mhm.
Matt. Let's
Yeah.
say, for instance, you have a child.
Okay.
What
Which
is the
not
best
now.
gift? Which is not now, but we're all going to be parents at some point.
Definitely going to be parents.
We're going to be parents.
Uh-huh.
I want to find out from you, Tato. Sorry.
Tato, you see what you're doing, Tato?
You see?
You see?
Wabon?
You're in our minds.
You're in our minds right now.
Love you.
But coolest station manager out there, guys.
Who said we were talking about that Tato? You see what Champisa Mariano?
Wabon.
Loki natse bo re bua ka ena Mariano champisetsa batho. O champisetsa batho.
They must know. They must know. I want people to know he's the coolest station manager that I've.
Nah.
Yo.
So he says man of the week to me. Matabo says man of the week to me, but I say man of the month to him. I say man of the year to you, my guy.
Yo.
Shout out to him.
The preparation for this Black Friday special edition.
Yo, Tati. Yeah.
Special dedication to you, sir.
Yeah.
So we coming back to what we were talking about, Christmas gifts.
Christmas gifts.
I want to find out from you, Matt, what are the best gifts that you would get your child in the future? Because we all different. We all want to. I always have that vision. Like I want to.
Okay.
If it was Christmas, I want to get my child, maybe her age group or his age group toys or something like that.
Toys are the age groups, man.
Exactly. But others would be like, I want to get them like something knowledgeable that will be like, that will carry their life going forward.
Okay.
So I want to find out from you, what are some of those gifts that you would get your child?
Some of the gifts I would get my child.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? None of us talk sweets. Marble.
Yeah.
So marble. You get your child marbles and tops. You see, we grew up playing tops as Matao.
Back in the day, take that rope.
There wasn't that strategic. No, mommy, I want a PlayStation 4. Mommy, I want a game of PlayStation 2 or an Xbox 360. I want the latest phone. No.
But coming back to that, I want to find out from you. Do you think kids of today understand the life that we grew up going through as kids, going out where our parents would tell us, go and play with your friends?
It was way more different. But to attain to that, you know what? I can say that the same thing that you're thinking now, do our kids realize what we went through? I can say the exact same thing about our parents. Our parents are probably going to say, do we understand what they went through? You understand me? They're going to get to a point where they're asking them that, no, you don't understand me as a kid or me when I was a young boy. It doesn't make sense.
We used to catch snakes and
exactly. We used to catch snakes. How are you scared? You're scared of a spider? No, you mustn't be scared of spiders. No, we used to go in the veld. And when we used to go in the veld, we'd go in the veld without wearing shoes.
Exactly. And it's like, I think different generations are different.
Exactly.
So with my nephew, it's understandable. He's like literally always on his takes. And I'll never say, why aren't you going outside and meeting up with other kids? Because he's not that sort of child anymore.
Okay.
Like where me and you back then, we had friends, we would go out, we'd play marbles, we'd play with our tops, and we'd get those as gifts, and we would be excited about it.
Exactly. So I want to Matabo leading to that. There's a different type of struggle. I always say everyone has their own unique struggle. Your struggle will not be my struggle. Your kid's struggle will not be your struggle.
Exactly.
You growing up, you complain about not having bread, not having sugar, not having needs and necessities. Those were your needs.
Yeah.
Your child is going to be complaining about not having Wi-Fi. That mommy, the Wi-Fi connection is so slow that literally that's all they complain about. Right now, your kid is probably complaining about, Mommy, why is it that the TV connection is not working properly? Mommy, why is it that we don't have enough money? That is today's youth struggle. The struggle of the past, my guy, used to be different. So every single generation will have its own struggle. But now I won't come and say that, hey, kids are complaining. You know, we used to never complain about that. You can't do that because the situation was different. The time was different. The area was different.
Exactly. And that's a thing as well, because like you mentioned, kids of today, they more technical savvy or technologically savvy with what's going around them. Where with us, it's not, we are savvy, technologically savvy, but we're not reliant on it. Like, let me give you an example.
Okay.
For myself, right? I'd produce a show, but you guys would want me to bring in the script by, like, let's say, not want, but I'd want to bring it in by, you know, by at least before 12 midnight. But I'm not able to. So I'm not stressing, because I know by 12 midnight, my Wi-Fi data will kick in. I'm using midnight surfing right now. So for me, I don't really stress about going on to the WhatsApps, to the Instagrams and the stories. And
it's not your flow.
It's not my flow. If I'm going to post a photo on Instagram, it'll be like after maybe a month or two. And I'll be like, I'm not stressing about any likes. I just love putting a collage of my life.
It's somewhere there, that collage of your life, basically.
Exactly. So even my mom, I try and my mom's like, I would like to also be a part of this Instagram thing. And I'm like, okay, not a problem. You've got the app. Let me help you.
Moms, please don't get Instagram.
My pops has got Instagram, but he hasn't posted yet.
I don't mind.
So
I don't mind.
It's a matter of me having to, like. So my dad's like, no, I'm not gonna post anything. I'd rather have see you guys post your things and like them from there. And I'm like, but that's not the point of Instagram.
That's not the point of Instagram.
At least post something, Yana, for the people to see and like.
You see, that is your struggle right now, growing up. That your parents, you want your parents to be technologically savvy, as you say. You want your parents to understand the realm of technology, but they won't get it like you. They won't process it like you because they are of a different era.
They, what you call this generation? Baby bloomers.
Baby bloomers.
Yeah. Okay. That's what they call
Not
them.
a generation in Z. Why?
Generation, no, we are generation, no,
Y,
we're not Y.
Oh, we're not Z.
Y is 1980 to 1990. So 1989. 1990 to 1999 were Generation
Z.
X.
X.
Yeah.
Generation X.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think
so we're Generation X.
We Generation X. Okay. And then the 2000s to 2010, they Generation Next.
Nah.
Generation Next.
Number 2000.
I'm at 2000. You 2000. Generation Next. So they're the ones that are busy on their phones.
Busy on the phones and doing
the technical stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they know everything that has to do. They know the TikToks. They know the, you know. Our generation is getting used to those social apps, but majority of them, not all of them, are using TikTok. Like myself.
True. Actually reminds me to what you asked initially. That we talked about children's presents. And we talked about now that it's the festive season, it's Christmas. What would you get your child if that needs to be? I haven't answered. I think no, I haven't answered. So with that, then I would honestly get my kids what they need to have, because the prognosis and the prognosis for that is different. Because I would expect my child to want a toy. I would get them a toy car. I get them that and get them that. You know, that's different. You know, so I think when the time comes, whatever is in the fashion or the trend set out there, then I will get them that. You know, I would honestly love to one day be blessed with a baby girl. Yeah, the way I want a baby girl with all my heart. It would be so lucky to have a baby girl. You know, people are blessed to have baby girls.
What is with us as like gents wanting to have to be like fathers to daughters?
Yeah. Wouldn't you
and
want
it's
to
not
be
about
a father to a
Magadi, guys. Let's not get it twisted. It's not about Magadi. We're not selling our kids.
No, we're not.
But there's something like
Tengiz.
There's a special bond.
Yeah, there is
between a father and a daughter.
Yeah,
that is irreplaceable.
Just like a son and a mother, or a mother and a son. There's a bond.
Boom.
No,
Luana,
no,
Luana,
you see
no.
these boomer. You see these boomer.
Luana,
These guys,
Rubumma.
these guys that
Luana,
no,
Rubumma.
listen.
Don't run away from it. Why are you running away from it? We it's okay. Let that
Our papa
soft
maga-
side
ga-
of
ga-
yourself
rata.
come out. Boom, boom, ma,
Ke a o rata, ne?
ma, ke ko rata
Bon.
haholo.
I love
Like-
you,
Yo,
mother, wherever you are. I know where you are.
I know
but
my mom is
wherever you
watching.
are, I love you.
my mom's watching. She's checking me out. She's like,
Oh, she's checking you out.
she's checking
She's
me
like,
out.
who's that handsome man over there? Oh, that's my son. What's up with you, son?
The one I brought on Earth on the 31st of August, 1990.
When am I too much PMI? Hey.
You just need to know 1990.
So cool in the
I'm not gonna go deeper.
I
from
also
that.
fits.
I don't want people to know.
Auto fits.
I'm just young at heart.
Auto fits.
I'm young at
Yeah,
heart.
auto fits.
So yeah, we're going to have a guest.
Okay.
We still-
wow, nice.
We still waiting for the person to come through.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this
so-
guest gonna be thriving on and diving on, basically?
So practically, this guy is about the IT and robotics. He's a specialist in IT and robotics.
wow.
So he's literally teaching kids how to code
Teaching kids how to code.
and do
No, but I
robotics
honestly-
and all that stuff.
It is the thing of the future.
Yeah.
Kids do need to know how to do those things.
Exactly.
Why is it that in different societies, I think it's in America, right? Or
Yeah.
what country is it? Where they teach kids from the young age of
Mhm.
a very young age how to do coding, how to do all those things. You
Exactly.
Know?
I heard
Yeah.
I can't remember where I heard from, but I heard
And,
around
okay.
like somewhere in America, a child was being taught at the age of 2 how to code.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
So my present to you as a
2.
kid, where now sweets. Sweets too much, Luna. You're going to get your laptop and you're going to teach yourself how to code.
Exactly. And you're
But
teaching
The problem matter, they're gonna hack our bank
our
accounts.
systems.
They're gonna hack our bank accounts.
And that's a problem.
I'm going to code and hack your account just to see how much money you have.
And you know, the funny thing is as well, I'd like
Mm.
to ask the IT specialist and robotics,
Mm.
what is he teaching these kids how to hack as well? Because I'm getting worried.
What are
My
you teaching the
Instagram
kids?
accounts, my social media accounts in general, my
Uh,
are you teaching them the good stuff, how to open up a website, how to
Okay.
because by doing that, they're also creating their own businesses. So these kids
Mm.
can be like, go to their local spaza shop and say,
yeah.
"Oh, GogFlow, let me do your
Mm.
website, ma."
Yeah, very
It's
true.
where we show you what you can sell at the spaza, so people know that, oh, okay, there's a spaza
Ah.
shop in Katlehong, for instance,
Okay.
that's selling products and whatnot, and they've got their own website, and this is the services that they offer.
Okay. Well, that's deep.
So,
So I'm thinking then to all the kids,
Yeah.
the kids and the grandchildren out there,
mhm.
you listening to Mad Tabs here? You know, what do you think they should do then?
Well, I think, kids should go for the coding.
Okay.
They have to.
Do you think it's part of a Christmas present?
It has to be part of the
Kids
Christmas
needs to
present.
be a part of a present. okay.
Because at the end of the day, you
Kiddies?
stimulating that mind. So the more you
Okay.
stimulate it, the more the child's going to be very imaginative and think of things that they'd like to do.
Nice.
That's why you're mentioning hacking. So
Ah.
hacking is one of those things that they want to do as well. But guys, we are going to take a quick break, and when we do come back, we're going to actually speak to Koketso Mutsue. Yo, surname Mutsue
Mm.
Otata.
No, and you know, Galebocha.
I'm sorry that I butchered your surname, but actually Koketso. He's an IT specialist. He's gonna tell us a little bit more about the work that he's doing as
Yeah,
well.
you hacked his surname there. It's okay. You hacked his
ish.
surname. It's
It-
okay.
it's one of those.
sorted.
Like, let me tell you something, Matt.
Yeah.
I struggle saying Pedi, Tswana, and Sotho surnames, but somehow, some way, I'm able to say Zulu surnames and Swati surnames, the Nguni surnames.
In his prior life, guys, I can tell you this. This is how it works.
Yeah.
There is no way that if he can only pronounce isiZulu names and surnames in his prior life, he is probably King Shaka Zulu.
Hey, Actually,
So
but if
Shaka
you look at it
Zulu, we appreciate you, Shaka Zulu. Oh yeah,
from my biological side, my
Mhm.
father's biological side,
yeah.
he is my biological father. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
he is Swati.
He's Swati.
Yeah,
So he has that Nguni thing. You have that dialect as well in you.
I'm picking it up, so I know how to pronounce certain words because
Okay.
you know
Yeah, I get you.
I learned
get
like the X is like for Osa, and then the Q is or like you get what I'm saying. It's got that
Yeah,
click.
I'll never be able to do that. So, but guys, let's teach ourselves the click it, click it, click it.
Yeah, after the break, actually.
Definitely as we go to the marketplace and get ourselves some more.
Guess what, livers? Spar Melville is giving away a food hamper valued at 500 Rand. To win, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, I Love Melville Live, and engage on our weekly shows, Melville Streets in the morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Melville Drive in the afternoon from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. right here on ilovemelville.live.
Hey, welcome back, guys. It is the weekend breakfast suite. And guess who's here? It's the man of the moment, Just Joe.
I made it. Hey, what's up,
Yo.
Marvel?
I'm happy, man.
Taps, what's happening, brother?
Quite a hectic day yesterday.
Yeah?
I did mention earlier in the show that we had a Black Friday special edition.
Mm-hmm.
Special edition shows for the Melville Rush, the Melville Drive,
Mm-hmm.
Sports Intake, as well as the breakfast show, the unconventional breakfast show. Melville Street's unconventional breakfast show. So, yeah, man, we had a wonderful, productive day. A lot of businesses around here in Melville I did not know. Very,
Really?
very vibrant, and upcoming businesses that are also coming in as well.
Oh, that's awesome. So then what actually interested you or actually shook you and said, well, wow, this business actually exists in this area? What did you pick up?
What they had to offer. Besides the deals, yes, it was Black Friday, but the services that they offered, the products that they offered, I was like, damn, I should take myself. I shouldn't just come here to Melville just to come to work and do my thing. I should literally come here and literally see the surroundings of what's happening in Melville. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was quite a productive day yesterday. Very informative. And I did mention at the beginning of the show, the man of the moment, Matt, literally took things to a whole new level.
The
like
best
the production,
producer in the world.
the best technical producer in the world, the vision mixing, outstanding, exemplary. I don't know what to say anymore, but hey, what more can I say? But yeah, man. So we're actually waiting for Koketso, who is an IT and robotics specialist. So we want to find out a little bit from him about what he does for young children out there.
Yeah,
in our educational segment.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys there about it, and
You excited?
I'm excited, but
you and robotics, you wanna find a way of drilling him in some way.
no, not really. I actually just want to learn from him. These guys with robotics, it's a totally different coding game. These guys go out and they get that degree and they get that honors, they get that master.
Yo,
And
he's
the
very
funny question you guys had brought up
yeah.
was, hey, children, they're gonna teach children how to hack. That doesn't work like that, guys. Hacking is not like kicking a soccer ball, like you just pick it up. Yeah, no, it's a full on. It's something you got to learn, train certain softwares, and it's not like push one button and somebody gets into your phone. It's you've got to deploy a few apps to actually get one thing done. So don't worry, your bank accounts are safe from
No,
those
they're
little
safe.
gremlins.
Yeah, they safe, man. So this lovely gentleman here, so he has studied BS or what bachelor's in science,
Yeah,
well in computer science and
Computer
software
science.
engineering at the University of Johannesburg, and then later on joined at UNISA, where he pursued a Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics. Yo,
You
this
see.
guy is educated,
Educated, yeah, smart, bro.
very
Good.
smart.
This guy can read in binary. I'm telling you.
Like Khaled, he's smart. He's smart. So it was always written in the stars that Koketso Muitso Tata wanted to pursue a career in the technological world. And actually, we do have him on the line. Hey, Koketso, Mr. Cat.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you doing? Can you hear us? Koketso?
Hello.
Ooh, he froze.
Hey, the IT guys are
Whoa.
having technical issues. Eh?
It's not his fault, man. It's the reception. It's the reception. But we are going to try and get back to him as well. We want to find out a little bit more about what he does, man. So just reading that little bit of his bio, what did you think about it? I want to find out from you. What do you think about his experience and what he's done so
Man,
far?
I'm telling you right now. Well, as you said, it's Bachelor's of Science.
Yeah.
And Mathematics.
Applied mathematics.
Excuse us. Applied mathematics. It's not like this is the kind of guy that was a rugby jock and he just left and he just decided, I am going to go and study this. This man is smart. This man most probably knows how to read binary. Coding. His coding game is.
It's on another level.
It's tip top. He knows what he's doing.
And we actually have him back on. Yo, Koketso, Mr. Catfresh,
Good
how
morning.
are you doing?
Am I audible? Am I audible? Morning.
Oh man, you're audible. We can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Thank you so much for actually reaching out to me and for the invite.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Actually, we wanted to talk to you about what you're actually doing for young kids out there, But before we get to that, I want to find out from you, what kind of gentleman or what kind of gent is Koketso? And we want to find out from you, what made you passionate about the IT and technological world for say?
All right. Yeah, well, first and foremost, what do I actually do? The question is, what don't I do now? This year has been really, really great. I'm now part of like the Google Developers Club. I'm the South African lead, as well as I partner up with Microsoft as the Learn Ambassador. I also then joined Code Academy as being their first African lead as well. So I'm just really trying to broaden the horizons, but it's all about really trying to bring technological and digital skills to our African kids. There's still a very, very big gap, and there's a very big margin in terms of, as South Africans, we are more consumers than producers, and it has to be the other way around.
Yeah. And then tell me, who were some of the people that influenced you into getting into the IT and robotics side of things?
It might sound very cliche, but the typical people that we actually do look up to, like your Bill Gates, Elon Musk is a South African. So yeah, I mean, those people really do show some type of influence, and I was like, oh, these guys are really doing amazing things. It's just unfortunate that we don't really have pioneers in that field in Africa. So it's really tough to actually try to singly pick out someone that you can actually say that is a pioneer in that field.
You know what, Just Jay? I know someone that can be a pioneer in Africa, and I'm speaking to him right now.
No, definitely.
I'm literally literally speaking.
Trailblazer.
This is my serious moment, my serious face. Look at my serious face. This gent right here is the next big thing, and people should not sleep on him. I don't know what you have to say, Just Jay.
No, definitely. And he's not doing it for TV.
No,
he's doing it for real, man. For real.
This is his passion. This is his drive.
Uplifting the community.
Working with
everybody works with kids. Exactly. But they all are a coach or a something.
The normal thing, the sports.
Thing. This is a man, a young gent, a young indigenous African. Going out there teaching kids a skill which they are going to be able to use over and over and over. And this skill, they can work on the skill. It's like becoming a doctor. Like doctors are forever studying.
Yeah.
They're always perfecting their skills.
Exactly.
And this is, and coding. This is one of those things. You just perfect your skill. This is where we're in that age. Please just stop me if I'm wrong. We're in that age where it's the technological age. And guys are talking about the whole 5G thing is that doctors can be in a different country and perform operations. All of that stuff needs coding. All of that is
literally
coding.
Every single industry that we're in right now, the IT sector and robotics is obviously needed. I don't know if you checked out China. During the pandemic, when the outbreak of the pandemic, of the COVID-19 pandemic happened, that in the hospitals, the nurses weren't approaching the patients. It was robotics. I want to find out from you, what do you think of the technology now compared to maybe 10 years back? How's things going from back then?
I mean, the thing about technology is that it actually moves in a very exponential level. So technology develops for the last 5 years actually has developed for the last 5 years technology has developed so much that it has really surpassed technology that has evolved for the last 10 years. So even technologies of today, in the next 2, 3, 4 years time, it also might be something totally different. I mean, just a year ago, we weren't really familiar with online streaming and so forth. We weren't used to things like your Zooms and all of that stuff. And fast forward a year later, look how many people are now, for instance, right now we're having virtual interviews. But another most important thing is that people need to understand that it all boils down to artificial intelligence. That is literally the key, and it's literally the playground where a lot of people actually need to really harness their skills and to really leverage within that space, because artificial intelligence literally is a handshake away from all the other things that we're talking about in terms of robotics, in terms of machine learning, in terms of coding, and so forth. But it is really, really important that people need to actually equip themselves to be digitally literate and to also be contributors within the space.
I've just got 2 quick questions for you. First one is, how many distinctions did you leave school with? Number 1. Second one is, no, I'm being serious. And you're an inspiration to me because I'm everything all about the internet, computers, tech. I love this. And then the second thing is, how old were you when you built your first computer?
Okay, so the first question, how many distinctions did I get?
There's so many you can't even remember.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess, man. I guess it's just one of those. But I mean, it's not about being smart, really. It's just about being efficient. It's about just being passionate. It's just being about woke in the space, just being woke. Yeah. And to answer your second question, I mean, I started coding when I was about 16. I didn't really
Yeah.
take it seriously then, but let me say my first interaction with software was around 16. I learned Java then. And there was a program called Delphi. It was like a different version of
Oh,
Python. Um, yeah, so
do you know Delphi, Just
Yeah.
Jay?
Yeah, man. We've been
Like,
messing around with PCs and
I'm I'm not
we were
gonna lie
like
to
from
you.
MS DOS,
I used to
dog.
do that like what, grade 10 IT. There was a
Yeah.
subject called
yeah.
IT had, yeah. So we used a lot of Delphi
Mm.
to design web, like buttons and like for
Yeah,
websites.
that's correct. That's
And
correct.
was like, yo,
Hold on. You said what? Grade 12? Is that when
grade
you guys
10.
grade 10?
Grade
Yeah, there's
10,
IT
yeah.
for grade 10.
Hey, you guys was lucky, man.
So imagine how already, since when they introduced that syllabus into the school subject, how it was for other kids to like literally, do their thing as
Yeah,
well.
to be involved. But like you said something really profound because I asked how many distinctions you get. Well, how many distinctions did you get? And you said, you don't have to be smart.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
with coding, what I have found, because when I started trying, or just finding out about it,
Mm.
all I just saw were like, no, you need to get a bachelor's of arts and science, I mean, bachelor's of science degree and blah, 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 and all of this. And
Mhm.
fast forward maybe 6, 7 years later, now you get like Google has got an app, it's Grasshopper,
Yeah,
which
I need
yeah.
to pick that
yeah,
one out.
yeah. So and it's like you don't have to go and get that degree. At
Mm.
least you can
Yeah.
get the base. You can start
Mm.
and get the basics of it, and then you can start coding on what for mobile and
Yeah.
all the other different platforms available.
Look,
Um,
yeah, just to really touch on that point,
mm,
that point is that you must understand that technology moves at a very, very exponential rate, So even the things
Mm.
that we get taught in traditional institutions,
mm,
Mm.
by the time you graduate, 2 to 3 years later, that technology or all of that is really out the window. The only thing that
Yeah.
all of these institutions actually just really instill in you is that whenever you go into the workspace, it's like they already assume that you already know about the basics of how to develop software. But
Yeah.
mm,
you must now look at, when you look at technologies like your React, your Views, your Angular, and so forth, these are technologies that are not even being taught in universities and so forth. And also, when you look at like your big industry players, such as your Google, your Microsofts, your IBMs, you really
Yeah.
don't actually have to have a computer science degree.
mm.
It is all about. It's not about how much you know; it's about what you can show.
Okay.
So you're basically saying that you learn as like that program, you learn as time goes by, and as well
Yeah.
as by doing that, they all obviously each of those programs are going to evolve at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's how you learn from
Look,
other
I
things.
mean, it's essentially you also need to become or develop a habit of just becoming a self-taught developer as well.
Mm.
You just have to have it in you to always, try to be on top of your game because next
Yeah.
year there's going to be a new technology. The next year there's going to be
Fine.
something else. There's
Yeah.
always going to be something new, something better, something faster, something cooler. So, you want to make sure that you always stay on top of your game in that sense.
Okay. And then what? Okay. So you teach young kids. What is
That's
your
correct.
course? Yeah. What is your course outline or
Mm.
outlay? What do you? Yeah. What do you
So
teach these kids?
basically, well, it all depends in terms of what exactly it is. But personally, I cover game development and I cover web development as well.
Mm.
Those two for me are very key because if you're looking into the gaming aspect, that's another industry that's still yet to boom and still rising. And I'm talking in terms of like esports and so
Mm,
forth. It is a very, very
Esports is
big industry.
happening.
It is I mean, by 2025, it is estimated to be like $1 billion industry, and it's not even mainstream, you know. So, um, by actually teaching kids game development, you're actually adding an element of fun, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be learning something and you don't find it worthy or fun,
Fun.
I mean, what's the point of doing it at all, you know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, in that sense. And obviously web development, I mean, the fact that the internet is there, for as long as there is the internet, there will always be a need for web development.
The Internet of Things.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you mentioned like esports and all these gamings, and I've been like,
Yeah.
I'm a person that loves my video games, and
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah.
if you look at it, the new PS5, if you've taken
Ugh,
notice of this, there's two versions of it. There's the one that
yeah.
can carry like discs, and then there's the one
Mhm.
that doesn't have to carry
Graphic card,
discs,
yeah.
and you just have to download onto the PlayStation platform.
Yeah. Streaming.
What do you think of as a gamer? Because I can hear you're also a gamer as well.
Guaranteed.
What do you
Yeah.
think of the PS5 console and what it
I
has
mean,
to offer?
we can talk about the PS5 versus the Xbox, you know.
Yeah.
There's great debate about obviously those powerhouses. But I personally, with the PS5, looking at the specs, I'm still yet to grab my hands on one. But
Mm.
you know, even when I look at the reviews, is that I mean, Sony only drops a console every like 20 years, 10 years apart. So
Mm.
you can only understand that this is the next gen kind of device, you know,
Mm.
and it seems promising. It looks very promising in terms of the world of the gaming space. There's great hype about it. There's great improvements from the PS4 to the PS5 and so forth. The fact that
Mm.
actually they're actually eliminating the whole disc thing actually just shows that you know, they're actually considering that, you know, the world is so digital that you can actually
Yeah.
access your gaming on a digital space and not on a physical space. And that's going to be a lot with that's going to be a new norm for a lot of industries actually, that um everything is now going to be hosted online. Like, I dread the day the internet just switches off for like one day. That's literally going to be like mass destruction.
And I like from my side, I think if we um make sure that like we have a faster broadband and all that jazz,
Yeah.
and we like, I think everything maybe in the next 10 years, even taxi associations and all that, we're going to start using the internet, where people are
Yeah.
going to have to pay to get inside the taxi, and they don't have to literally pay the money and change and all like the old traditional way. They're going to have to also
Yeah.
evolve as
Yeah.
well. And it's going
Yeah.
to be a thing of they're going to charge you for Wi-Fi access, and if you want Wi-Fi access in the car. So
Mhm.
we've got a great thing going. What do you think, Jerry?
You know, with your statement now about the taxi industry, it's great and all, but this I actually do not see that industry
Evolving.
embracing technology as they should.
Yeah.
When I used to work for an advertising marketing company, we try to get screens into taxis where our clients would flat their adverts on there, and they were.
I once saw something like
brand
that.
new. That was like, you know, hey man, this is Star Wars, Star Trek kind of technology. Now you guys are trying to bring this into it, and to now have the likes of a bank like Capitec, where they're bringing out so much tech, and they are trying to their target market is the young indigenous African people, and if that industry could be just more open, imagine your Capitec bank account, and then you have a snap, or you tap your card against something on the door before you get in, you pay. Yes, it's possible. But unfortunately,
are they willing to change? That's the thing.
That's the thing. Babamkhulu, I don't think. You know, he likes cash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He loves the physical.
The physical. He's a kind of guy that he knows every single Monday he's sending his son or his daughter or mang to the bank to go and cash. I mean, to
but
go
we
and
have
deposit.
to evolve as well. But anyways,
Yeah.
Koketo, let's take a
that's
quick.
very true.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break. I want you to just have a breather, Nyana. Jerry, I want you to also have a breather, nyana, you know. And then when we do come back, we will be coming back and talking to Gogetso and just to find out what are his plans for the future. And yeah, guys, do tune in. This is the weekend breakfast suite with myself, Matabs, as well as
Just Jay.
And we will be right back after these commercials.
Thank you. You know what?
Yeah.
I guess so cool.
So, yeah, Jerry, you were saying?
Our best producer, the best producer in the world is falling asleep now because this man's been working for like over 24 hours.
Yo, no, it's understandable.
Hey, dude.
It is totally understandable.
I know, dude. Like Black Friday killed him yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Actually, and it was actually quite interesting. As you're saying, man, like everybody there, it's like all these stores and whatever you never knew of.
Imagine.
So
gives us a chance to literally see what's happening.
So is Gogetso still on the line?
Yeah, he's still on the line. Actually, yeah.
So Gogetso, I want to ask you one thing. Which area are you in that you are teaching or coaching young kids?
In terms of like location wise?
Yeah, location wise. Or
okay, so for now, obviously, I do a lot of online teachings right now, but I mean, I've traveled like literally almost everywhere in South Africa, from like Limpopo, Taung, Cape Town, and so forth. So it all depends in terms of where the need is. But I've seen that I've reached more impact on a more digital space.
Yeah. And it's so funny about that. When my son was born, my parents were already asking me, "Is like, what school you gonna send this kid to?" And I said to them, the words couldn't come out because I had seen this kid on TED Talk talking about how he's actually, and this was about 7 years ago, how he was educated online. And I said to my dad, he is going to be taught by the internet. My father looked at me. Before he started and laughing at me, he just looked at me like, hey, this kid has lost his mind, And guess what happened? COVID happened. And how are kids being taught now? Via the internet.
Exactly. Classes are taken where? Via the what? The internet.
Yeah.
Meetings are done where?
Zoom,
via where?
Internet, Skype, all of that.
Comms and all that stuff. The internet. So yeah, man, we're very reliable on that as well. So I'd like to find out from you, Gogetso, what are your plans going forward? Seeing that we are entering into the festive season, but for 2021, what are you planning to do for for like literally the year next year when things start to slowly a little bit open up in the country?
I think for me it will always be a thing that I'll do year in and year out is that always is trying to bring Africans. I don't want to just specify South Africans, but it's more about Africans being exposed to all of these opportunities out there. I mean, I was doing a talk in Nigeria the other week, and it's so amazing to it's actually refreshing to see people when you tell them about so many technologies, and you would swear as if like they were living under a rock because it's not that they're being ignorant, but it's because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the access to such things, And I mean, guys, we are in 2020, and some people still don't know how to access the internet. When you're looking at the African stats, only less than 40% of Africa has access to the internet, which is very, very, very backwards if you tell me. I mean, if you look at compared to other continents where you even have unlimited Wi-Fi, where you still have to be paying so much for data, but the internet as a whole is where a lot of people get their bread and butter, depend on their careers and so forth. So it's really, really, really unfortunate, but we have to also play our part and try to, you know, put so much emphasis and strengths into just trying to bridge that gap. You know, it's one thing complaining about, oh well, we're in Africa, oh well, Africans, oh well, this, when we are not willing to actually put in the work and actually help the problem instead of just complaining about the problem. You know, just trying to be part of the solution.
Goget, on that point, what do you suggest, or what are your ideas of actually letting getting Africans to do it for themselves? Because of, okay, look, technology is leaving the majority of the African continent behind. Yet the African continent is its largest consumer.
Definitely, definitely. You know, I mean, I think it's all about mindset. You know, once us as Africans start producing, you know, like your African Elon Musk, your African Bill Gates, your African those leaders, and actually resonate from Africa, then obviously we will start seeing a great change. You know, as I said, it's time for us to start being producers instead of being consumers. So, I mean, we can try to collaborate and try to work around, but it all starts with obviously the inbreed. Is that once we start producing high quality individuals in the space, that's when obviously, you know, because it's like a domino effect. You know, if I see that, okay, well, I mean, Africa has bred this kind of a pioneer. Africa has bred this kind of pioneer. You know, that's when we can start having a different kind of conversation and moving forward. Because, you know, once you actually produce Africans, they can also, because it's like they already have that experience, firsthand experience, versus someone outside where they will just obviously they don't know the struggles and the pains that we personally go through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty
That's
then.
brilliant. But Goget, so how do we get hold of you? How do parents get?
Yeah.
How
Social media platforms,
yeah,
sir.
social media platform, phone numbers.
Well, I mean, you guys can just definitely check out all my the projects that I'm working on, the people that I work with on my personal website. So www.uketsomotse.co.za. But on all social platforms, Capfresh Music, one way.
Alrighty then. Thank you so much, Mr. Cap Fresh, for joining us today, and we wish you nothing more but the best in terms of the endeavors that you do in the IT and robotics side of things. So yeah, man.
Thank you so
Lovely
much,
chatting
guys.
with
Thank
you,
you so much.
and we hope we chat with you again.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, man.
No, thank
All
you.
right,
Goget.
stay safe, gentlemen. Stay safe, and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
All right,
Alrighty
stay
then,
safe.
guys. So that was Koketso. Well, I call him Mr. Cap Fresh.
Mr. Cap Fresh.
Mr. Cap Fresh. And he's an IT and robotics specialist. So right now we are going to go into a break. I want you, Jerry, because I could see you like, hey.
My man, I was in heaven now because that was just like a nice, interesting conversation. That remember we did touch on it. I think it was last week. Or the week before, where I did touch on it and spoke about coding, where I said you got to teach your kids coding,
and that's why I brought him through
something. And this man,
he explained it in detail.
He explained it in detail. Proved my point because I like being right. And yeah, man, there was like food. That was educational. That was really food for thought.
Yeah.
I hope all the parents who are listening to the Weekend Breakfast Suite,
tune in,
you guys,
get your URLs ready.
Get your kids, get them out there, get them into coding,
exactly,
into courses or something. It's a really, really, really great skill to have, and the younger you are, the better, because that's
more ideas.
You just build on it. And,
exactly.
Yeah, man. And who knows? Next Bill Gates could come out of this country.
Exactly, guys. So the time right now is 16 minutes past 9, and we are going to take a quick break, Nyana. And when we do come back, we are going to have Miss Charlie Hustle. She's going to be telling us a little bit more about her music, what she's doing with her being a social activist, making sure that she's running her foundation called the is it Human Must Rise? Humanity
Must rise.
Humanity Must
Yeah,
Rise. Sorry
humanity
about
must
that,
rise,
guys.
yeah.
Humanity Must Rise. So we're going to find out a little bit more about that as well. And guys, take a quick breather, Nyana. Don't change your URLs. Make sure you bring your marshmallows, your coffee, whatever you need to soothe down,
Them
because it
slip-
is
those, you know, those,
the
those
weekend
fuzzy
breakfast suite.
slippers.
Hey,
Yeah, those fuzzy wuzzy slippers. as well.
yo. So when we do come back, we're going to have Charlie Hustle in the studio.
Alright, cool.
Hey, yes you. I Love Marvel.live presents Black Friday, an on-air advertising opportunity for your business. For just 250 Rand, you can advertise your product or service on our platform for 10 minutes. And guess what? It's to an audience of 170,000 viewers. That's crazy. For more information, dial 011-718-2600 or simply email ilm.livesales@gmail.com. Increase your sales today. Don't be an idiot.
Welcome back, guys. It is
The weekend
weekend's
breakfast
Eh,
sweet.
Hey yo, the weekend breakfast suite with myself, my Tubbs, and my homeboy here.
Yes, Jay, baby.
And man, do we have a lovely guest right here in studio for you guys. So I'm just gonna give you a quick intro about her so that you guys know who she is, what she's doing, and what she's all about. Right. So Charlie Hustle is a hip-hop artist and she's already had 7 singles that are available on iTunes Music, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play Music, Instagram Music, YouTube Music, and all other platforms. So Charlie Hustle is also a motivational speaker, as well as the founder of a non-profit organization called Humanity Must Rise, which focuses primarily on women and children's rights. So she speaks at schools, motivating the youth, trying to create awareness on cyberbullying, and body shaming, and making the world a better place. So Charlie Charlie will be releasing, or she has released she's released 2 singles in the next coming months, as well as performed at music events around Johannesburg. Charlie Hustle believes that the world isn't such a bad place. It just needs a little healing. She is passionate about making music to touch lives because she believes that music is what feelings sound like. And right now, we do have the lady herself, Miss Charlie Hustle, waiting for us. Actually, Jerry, what do you think of that bio, that young bio, Nyana?
No, it's always awesome to hear young people doing it for themselves. Because like there's 2 aspects of it. You know, she's a hip hop artist and
she's doing other things.
An activist.
And this is what I like about her, is that she does the music, and we do notice her for her music, most deaf. And then we also notice her for the work that she's doing, going to schools and talking to kids.
Yeah, speaking to
she's that light of hope for these kids.
Yeah, no, most deaf. And there she is, Miss Charlie Hustle. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey.
Welcome to the weekend breakfast suite. How you doing?
Greetings, my kings. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm all right. I'm well. How are you guys doing?
Yeah,
we're good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really quite excited to have you right here on I Love Marvel. So, for those who do not know who Charlie is, could you kindly explain to them who Charlie Hustle is and what makes her unique as an artist?
Okay, so you've already said quite a mouthful, actually. I must say that was a hell of an awesome intro. But yes, Charlie Hustle is South Africa's best female rapper alive, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and besides
Hey.
being besides being an amazing rapper, like you said, I'm also a motivational speaker and the founder of a nonprofit human rights organization called Humanity Must Rise. Now, Humanity Must Rise focuses mainly on women and children's rights. Hence, I feel the need to speak at schools. You know, we create awareness on cyberbullying. We create awareness on bullying in general, because there are a lot of things that go on, not only in the work area, but the home as well as school. And our main focus is cyberbullying, because just like I was watching your previous show with that IT guru that you're speaking to, and you guys were talking about how great the internet has become. You know, it's like a living space now, it's a working space. The internet is the future, it is what it is. Now, unfortunately, as great as this invention as known as the internet is, unfortunately, it's also used for bad, because now it has given form to a new form of abuse and bullying called cyberbullying. Now, cyberbullying affects people of all ages, even kids, because imagine, for example, you've got a kid who's being bullied at school. As soon as he gets home, the bullying now moves to the home, because he's now being bullied on his phone, you see. And some of these kids don't even realize that they're being cyber bullies, you know what I mean? Which is why we feel the need to speak at schools, because we say that the children are the future. So therefore, if we want to change the future, where should we start? At the schools, with the children.
Exactly. And I want to find
Yeah.
out from you, Charlie, in regards to your foundation, have you been able to engage with some of those kids and ask them, like even some of the bullies that are there, and ask them why are they actually bullying other kids? Because we tend to pick it up that these kids that are actually bullies are the ones that also get bullied at home. So what what do you pick up from some of those kids? What is it that you pick up from some of those kids that you see that, oh, okay, this child is affected this way because why he's bullying other kids is X, Y, and Z. We want to find
Actually,
out from you. What is it like for those kids that you engage with?
that's an excellent question, Jerry. I mean, Eddie, sorry. I know everybody calls them my tabs. So for the listeners, they should just know that these are my day ones. So forgive me
Hey,
if I call him Eddie and
oh, go
not my
ahead.
tabs. Okay, so it's always a bittersweet moments, man, after my speeches that I give at these schools, because I already know that the reason they're asking for my number is because they probably want to confide. They want to tell me some really scary story that they've never told anybody before. And the reason why these kids feel safe telling me this is because when I speak at schools, I share my stories on how I was raped at the age of 7, how I was raped in high school, and how I became the person that I am today. So for some of them, it feels like, you know, I'd finally there's someone who might believe me, or someone who might be understand or relate. You know what I mean? But now the kids that I try to reach out to the most are not only the kids who have been bullied, but the bullies themselves as well. Hence, I said this is an amazing question, because I remember there was a school I actually spoke at. It was called Risidale Primary School, where they were all red. I think the school is close to, I'm so sorry, I forgot the area. But fine, I gave the speech. I had kids who came up to me afterwards telling me about how much they want to be a part of this, how much they also want to make a difference. And then fine, shared context and everything. And then as I was walking out, I saw, because I usually get invited to these schools by South African Police Services, as well as Gauteng Community Safety and Departments of Education. So I saw one of the ladies from Gauteng Safety, one of the ladies from Departments of Education, and one of the guys from one of the police officers from SAPS. They were standing with this girl, and they looked like they were reprimanding her. So I walked up to them and I asked okay, like, what's going on? Now they tell me that this girl is a bully, sweet little girl, petite little person, but she's a bully. Apparently, she's been bullying a whole lot of other kids. They're trying to speak to her. She's being defensive. She's just had a whole lot of attitude. But because I know how to deal with kids, I was able to speak to her. Even they were shocked. It's okay. Wow, that's the first time she's spoken normal to anybody. She doesn't even speak to the teachers like this. It turns out that she was being bullied herself. She says that she was being bullied at school for a very long time. She says nobody did anything about it. So why then is it such a problem if I'm now bullying someone else? So you see, sometimes this bullying is just the reaction. Sometimes a child is reacting to the fact that they're also being bullied, maybe at school or in the home.
Exactly. And you mentioned earlier how the police officer, the person from the department, the people that were surrounding her, how they were
Mhm.
talking to her. And I
Exactly.
think around that period, she was feeling also like bullied and put in a corner.
Yes.
The fact that you came through and you talked to her and you said, "Look, I'm here. Tell me
Mhm.
what's wrong."
Mhm.
It takes a lot of courage because, Jerry, I don't know about you. What do you think about what Charlie has done for those that also are bullies as well?
Um, you know, I wanted to ask something similar to that. It's usually the perpetrators are being abused or whatever at home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I would like to know, do you have or some connection? Do you have workshops, or do you have connections with people who do run workshops to sit down and chat to these kids? Just to sit down and chat to these kids and help them through their issues. And also when
Mhm.
you, because when you do what is it when you go to the schools,
Mhm.
that initial contact,
Mm.
sadly it's always that boy children are always blamed for
Mm.
abuse, etc., because of the stigma
So
behind fathers not being around.
Yeah.
So do you also just sit down with the boys and speak to them, because you do have to separate the kids sometimes, so to
um I understand that question. It's a very fair one as well. It's something that's always on my mind because when I speak at schools, it's usually just the cops and the guys from Gauteng community safety and stuff. And now when kids come up to me and they need help, what I do is I usually just direct them to the right people. I'll direct them to the um, community safety guys. I'll direct them to SAPS if the child needs to open a case. Um, and you're right, Jerry, you're right, because I feel the same way too. I'm always reaching out to different friends. I'm always reaching out to different friends who are males who I know are good motivational speakers as well. And I ask them, because I feel like it would make more sense if when I speak at schools, I also have a male speaker. Because as much as I can speak to these kids and reach out to them and touch their hearts, but there's only so much I can do for the boys. Because some of these boys don't have male role models. Some of them
yes,
don't have
exactly.
male role models in their lives to tell them, what, what, this is the reason why this is happening. Or even though you see your mother being treated this way by your father at home, it doesn't mean that that is your life. You don't have to become that person too. I can only do so much as just me, but I wish I had people like Jerry and Matabs. People could come with me when I speak to these speak to these kids at these schools.
I want to find out from you, do you somehow get supported by the government in terms of funding your organization to ensure that
No.
you're able to do your things as well as go to as many schools as possible, not just in the Gauteng region, but across the province?
Honestly, no, I do not get any financial support from the government or departments of education or none of that, actually. It would be nice if they were able to assist me financially, because that would allow me to do more and move around more, It would allow me to visit schools that are even outside of Gauteng. You know what I mean? Because I can only do so much from my pockets. But on that very same breath, I'm not really doing this for the money. I'm doing this because it's a purpose, it's a calling, it's something that I feel I'm supposed to do, But a little bit of financial assistance would really go a long way. Yeah.
Most definitely. And let's move away from Humanity Must Rise and
Yeah.
talk about the music.
Okay, but before
Yeah,
we move
baby.
away, before we move
Okay.
away from it, where
Okay.
can people get hold of you regarding Humanity Must Rise? How
I
do people
am-
get hold of you?
The internet is my friend, and I say this to everyone and anyone who's trying to build anything. Make the internet your friend. It's not like back in the day when people needed your number. You don't need my number to reach out to me. I am Charlie_Hustle_ on Instagram. I am
Google.
just Google Charlie Hustle, baby. Google me. I'm on
And how
Instagram.
do you
I'm on
spell Charlie
YouTube.
Hustle?
Charlie is thank you so much. I love the fact that you asked that, because people always spell it wrong. Charlie spelled CHARLEE, not IE, double E, unique like that. And hustle is obviously HUSTLE. But I've also seen that some people spell hustle HUSSLE. Or does that mean something different?
No, it's
That's hassle.
No, HU.
But
Yeah,
I think they're trying to say,
HUSSLE.
they're trying to say hassle.
Yeah, hassle. It's HA hassle.
Yeah.
Double S. Yeah, so you heard it here first, people. We learned how to spell hassle.
Thank you, Cherry. Shout out to you, my king.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out.
that's how, guys. That's how you spell Charlie. CharLL. You know Charlie. You know the Charlie.
The normal Charlie that
The
you know
normal
of.
Charlie.
Hey.
Yeah. So Google her, baby. That's how you get hold of her. I do understand that she does not want to give out her phone number.
No.
You know, you get these pests. You get these some sick people out there. Some not upstairs.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the music.
Hey.
So Miss Charlie Hassel,
Yeah.
what was that beat or that verse or that track or that tone that just said, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. This is my calling.
To be honest with you, I've been rapping for a very long time. I've been rapping since high school. You know, I've always loved hip hop. Hip hop has always been my first love. Even at the age of 15, I knew that I said actually at the age of 15 that if hip hop was a man, I would marry him. So I've been in love with hip hop all my life. However, hello, nice to meet you. So I recorded my first official track way up in 2018. And then in 2019, last year, I released 7 more singles. And then this year, I released 2 singles, Give Me the Mic, as well as Sleep is for the Rich. And I don't know, Matt, I think it's just the love of hip hop, honestly. More than anything, it's the love of hip hop that got me making music, and also humanity must rise, because I believe that the best way to spread a message is through the music. So if I can get the people to move, get the people to feel something, then maybe I can just get the people to listen as well, use the music as a tool to change the world and somehow make it a better place.
I'd like to find out from you, Charlie. Obviously, you being a hip hop lover, you surely have to have influencers, hip hop influencers, let's say, for instance. Who are those hip hop influencers that you look up to, and what is it about them that make them so unique in their way of delivering lines or bars? Know the hip hop terms, but you know
right. You got it, my man.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
So, who are those hip hop influencers you looked up to during your childhood, even till now?
Okay, so first, of course, we have to start at home. You know, I'm finna start out in the States. No, let's start at home first. People that really inspire me, Lebo Mathosa. Even though you may say what she did was not hip hop, that girl had bars. Listen to some of her songs.
She did.
You know what I mean?
Even in her Boom Shaka days, along with Timby. I remember Timby had a hip hop verse there.
They did.
I was like, you. And this is before it's a hip hop came
it's about
up.
time that you listen to Boom Shaka.
Exactly.
That's that track that when she went back.
Not many kids were like noticing that. And another person that was I don't know if you remember him, Charlie, but Stone.
Yeah, Stone.
He's the originator
yes.
of Motswako music.
Yes.
He's the one that brought up the likes of Double HP, the likes of Kulichana, Murafe, and all those guys, Tori Mac.
Speedy.
And Speedy.
Yo. Don't forget Squatter Camp. Shout out to Squatter Camp. Shout out to Stogie T. Shout out to Stogie T and Slicker, because they actually both had me. They both interviewed me on their Instagram lives, and I got to spit for them. And Slicker actually played my song, "Sleep is for the Rich," a few weeks back on a Wednesday. So shout out to them, because those are the people that we grew up listening to. You know, I'm inspired by such people. I'm inspired by Rhapsody. I'm inspired by Ninth Wonder. I'm inspired by Eminem. I'm inspired by Black Thought. You know, those are just some of the people that inspire me. Yeah. And of course, our young Nasty C. As much as he may be young, he's still new. But that boy, he's doing great things for South Africa. I don't want to lie. He's flying our flag. Some people may want to hate and say, "Yo, no, he tries to be American. He's white." Forget all of that. At the end of the day, he's putting South Africa on the map. At the end of the day, he's inspiring young Black kids in South Africa, letting them know, no matter where you're from in the world, where you're from in the Kasi, in South Africa, you can make it, baby. The sky is not even the limit.
And he's literally I tell people that Nasty C is the Trevor Noah of South African hip hop. So he's putting South African hip hop on the map. And a lot of Americans are like relating with him.
But guys, we are there on the international map. Don't forget about
we are actually, yeah.
Yo,
dude, that man.
I won't
That's
mention the name of the
to
show,
me,
but that day he just
he broke the
spit
internet.
bars.
He broke the internet.
Right.
He's been doing it.
Exactly.
And this boy's been performing in France. It's like he's got friends all over the world because of music. And Stogie is he's unbelievable. We got Reason. Reason's been out in LA for how long?
Actually,
You know, I'm not taking anything away from Nasty C because I told you. Remember, we spoke about it when I got Nasty C's album. I played his
The
album.
first album.
Yeah, I played it all day, every day. I got it that day. I had to go to my cousin's function.
Yeah.
And I played it and I played it and I got into it. And I take my hat off to that boy. That boy is nice. Nice.
Right.
Coming back. Oh, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I was actually saying, speaking of pioneers, speaking of more people that are putting us on the map, do not forget to give credit to DJ Sbu. I mean, he recently was in the papers because I think he made an attempt to get onto Guinness World of Records or something to that effect.
Records,
Yeah. So that was pretty epic. I don't know what happened. I can't see you guys anymore. Can you still see me?
We can hear you loud and
We
clear.
can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Now you see me, now you don't.
Now, who's gotten butts and trigger happy?
You the focus now. We need to focus on you.
But I need to see you too. There you are. Okay.
We are hearing voice.
So yes, you were saying?
So you're still saying?
Oh yes, I was saying actually, if you've got the internet, check it out right now. I'm not sure what the full story was, but yeah, DJ Sbu, Guinness World Book of Records. What is it? School me, Jerry.
Yeah. Well, now you got me tongue. All the records. Yeah. Guinness Book World of Records.
But speaking of Sbu, I'm not going to lie to you, Charlie. DJ Sbu is one of those guys that's very driven, and that
right.
Achieve, not just achieve a set objective, but achieve more than that. So I understand why people are like they somehow try and bash him, but I understand what he's trying to do as well.
There's
nothing wrong with it. He's hungry for success.
Look, Kanye,
you know what I mean?
And
who's stopping him? No one. Oprah wanted to run, but she kind of like stopped. But I look up to like the likes of Kanye, and I'm like, okay, musically he's no longer the same. I'm not gonna lie. But what his drive and his passion and what he wants to achieve, people are already seeing it for themselves.
That is the stuff that success is made of. That is the stuff that inspires young kids, man. Because at the end of the day, it's about the kids being inspired. It's about us as Black people showing other Black people that anything and everything is possible.
Exactly.
Letting them know that the possibilities are endless. You know what I mean? No matter where you come from.
And I've got a question for you, Charlie. I want to find out. So you mentioned earlier that you got the opportunity to sit down with the Squatter Cap legend himself, Mr. Slicker, and he's got his own publication called Slicker on Life. So for you guys to know what he's all about, check that platform as well. But before that as well, so Slicker, on the other hand, what was it like having to engage with him, and what knowledge did he give to you as a hip hop musician? Because he's been in your shoes right now. He's doing media work, but how was it? What was it like being able to engage with him?
Sure, it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun because what he usually does is every Sunday, he plays music live on his Instagram. He calls the show Anything Goes. So you submit your music and he gives you the email address and everything. And so I got his email address. I sent him my song, Give Me the Mic. And that's the song I released on, I can't remember the exact date, but it was the first week into the lockdown. The lockdown had started 1 week into the lockdown. I released Give Me the Mic. So I sent him Give Me the Mic, and he had some pointers for me. He told me I need to change a few things. He told me about working more on my cadence. He told me about getting better recording equipment. And he also told me to work more on my paint game, because in the song I said my paint game gets a lot of men motivated, but I use the N-word, which obviously I won't use here. Okay, so I took his advice. Someone else could have been offended, like, oh no, Slico thinks it's better. No, I took his advice, and I worked really hard. Came back to him a few weeks later, a month or two later, with Sleep is for the Rich, and he did say himself that he can hear the improvements, and he said he's gonna play the song on his show on Wednesday, and then we'll hear what the people have to say. I think he actually played 3 different songs, my song, 2 or 3 other artists, and we got votes from the people. I got the highest votes, so the people loved my song. So that was pretty epic. Epic, coming from a legend like Slicker, man. For me, that's mentorship. Especially because it's coming from people that I grew up listening to, people who I'm inspired by. Yeah.
And that was free advice, man. Free.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It shows it shows your growth as well. That you are able enough to take that. You're ready to take that information or that advice to better your own skills.
Of course, we are work in progress, man. We're work in progress, and at the end of the day, we aspire to become better and better in everything that we do. You know what I mean?
And Charlie, being a hip hop artist, there obviously you do have challenges along the way. So I want to find out from you, what are some of those challenges that you encounter within being a hip hop MC, a female hip hop MC, in that aspect?
Okay, before I answer that, I must just say that out of all the interviews I've ever had, I'm loving the line of questioning. Like, you guys ask me all the perfect questions. I love it. Okay, so one of the biggest hey,
we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta make it an experience for you. So this is the Weekend Breakfast Suite, by the way.
Thank you so much. I'm loving it. Okay, so one of the biggest problems that I actually face as an artist is the fact that I don't really have a producer. I don't have my own personal producer. I usually work with different producers. So not having a producer means that I don't really have access to my own beats. So my procedure is, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell anyone else who says they're an aspiring artist, but they don't have a producer to create beats for them. My process is, I just find beats that I love on YouTube. I write songs to those beats. Once I've mastered the song and my flow and everything, I'll get a producer who recreate the beats for me, but a different type of beats that will be mine, mine personally, but obviously with the same tempo, right? So now, after getting these beats and recording my songs, now the issue becomes the fact that because I'm not a sound engineer, I cannot mix and master my own music. So currently right now, I'm sitting with probably over 10 songs that are not mixed or mastered, bangers. I mean, these are beautiful songs, happy songs. Some of them are emotional songs, but because I don't have a producer, it means that they're just sitting here, So if there are producers listening, producers who would like to work with amazing artists like myself, I'm dedicated, I'm driven, I am talented. If they are listening, holla at your girl.
Charlie
Yeah.
What
Charlie
you just
has.
right there is one of my personal sayings is, I'm making lemonade out of this. Making lemonade out of lemons. I'm working the problem.
Yeah.
And here she is. She told us her problem. She's
got solutions for it.
And there are solutions for it.
As a hip hop artist and a social activist on top of that.
And being productive and on top of it. Because these are millennials.
Hey.
Okay, millennials know how to think. They know how to use the internet. It's like there is no problem that the internet cannot fix.
Exactly.
None whatsoever.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you can't make an excuse in this time of day.
I don't have money, or I don't have internet, or I don't have an internet connection.
Make your plan.
Probably does. Listen, here's a woman right here doing it for herself, finding beats elsewhere, which we hope they're not copywritten or anything like that.
They are free beats. But also, once I find a beat I love, I also make sure that I comment on the post asking the producer if I can have this beat, and if it's really free, then I screenshot that so that if the song makes money, they can't come back to me claiming royalties. But if they do claim royalties, then of course I'll give them to you. It's your beat that made the song.
So it's all about practically what you call negotiating with them and telling them, okay, I'll give you 50% on this beat and
Exactly.
so it's 50-50.
Be fair, yeah, it's fair.
Before we even get to the negotiation stage, you guys are too far, bro. You guys are like
There's no end to KZN.
I don't.
It's
N3. N3. You see, that's how far you guys are, bro. I was going to say anyone in Limpopo. This is me. Already there is a solution.
Yeah.
Finding the beats. Working that issue, working the problem. Being able to say, okay, now I'm almost there to having a finished product. Even going now saying, listen, guys, here I am. I'm ready to work with any producer, whatever. Hit me up. Google me, baby. You know, so for all the young aspiring artists out there who've got a lot of excuses, stop it. Here is Charlie Hustle doing it, showing you how to do it, giving the advice as well.
And the name says it all, Charlie Hustle.
He's hustling.
Come
You know
on
what I
now.
mean?
It's hustling. Yeah.
What up?
Yeah,
So-
man. Honestly, you guys are absolutely right. There's no excuse, guys. There's no excuse, especially for any passion that you have, any dream that you have. Do whatever it takes. Go after it. You know what I mean? Like my latest single, "Sleep is for the Rich." Sleep is
It
for the
is.
rich, guys. You know, I literally last year, when I decided last year that, you know what, I want to build my own studio. I want to build my own studio because some people complain that they want to make music, but they don't have access to studios, or producers want money, or producers this or that.
Yeah.
I built my own studio. I worked hard, Eddie knows, doing photo shoots, you know, filming people, doing what I could, raise some money, and I built my own studio. I have access to beats on YouTube. What is my excuse for not making music? What is my excuse for not performing? Because people also want to get on stage, but as soon as you made a couple of tracks, now you feel like you're Kanye West, you want to be paid. No, you have to start somewhere. Like I keep saying, I am a work in progress. So I also I get booked for free shows. I don't mind doing free shows as long as I know that there's going to be a crowd, you know. And on that note, actually, shout out to Verbal Cosmic, who is an artist in the West Rand, and he also hosts events called Cosmic BRLs, where he has artists like myself, other young artists from the area who come to perform. He has different producers and DJs who come play music, and he doesn't even charge much. Like maybe entrance fee will maybe be 10 Rand, 20 Rand, sometimes even free. So I take my hats off to such people who are also trying to create platforms for young people, you know? So yeah.
So, Charlie, we have to love and leave you. But
No,
before we
is
love
it over already? I don't want to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
No.
Mr. Hustle, you know what you got to do just now is just hit me up on the hip. We will chat about that studio idea of yours.
Okay.
We're going to help each other out.
Most definitely.
We're gonna
So
help each other out.
before we let you go, where can our listeners find you when it comes to your social media platforms?
Okay, like I said, I am Charlie Hustle. That's Charlie CHARLEE. So Charlie _ Hustle _ on Instagram. I am Charlie _ Hustle Age on Twitter, because Twitter has suspended my accounts 3 times already. But I'm trying to behave this time. I'm not on Facebook. I'll never be on Facebook. And my YouTube channel is Charlie Hustle Entertainment. My music is on Audiomack, SoundCloud, Spotify, Amazon, Tidal, Deezer, iTunes, Apple Music, Zonke Wonke, you name it. Google me, baby.
Chief.
Already
Listen to the
hustling.
hustle, Chief.
It's in her name. Like, come on now, guys. Come on.
And then what's your buddy's name? The one sitting in your lap.
Oh, this is Mr. Brown.
Hey, Mr.
Hey,
Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown keeps me warm at night. I love Mr. Brown. I love teddies, guys. My birthday is coming up actually on the 6th of December. I'm having a bride. I hope you guys are coming, and you guys need to know, no gift, no entry.
I told you got to end the show, my man.
But thank you so much, Charlie, for joining us today. And we wish you nothing more but the best.
Thank you so much for having me, my kings. I love Melville Radio. It's Charlie Hustle Entertainment, baby.
Hey, that's
Thank
what's
you.
up.
Thank you. For
Thank
coming
you
to
so
the
much,
Weekend
Charlie.
Breakfast Sweets.
Hey,
You know how it is.
man.
We try.
Peace out.
Thank you for
So-
having me, kings. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, yeah?
Thank you so
Okay.
much. You too.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Bye.
And that was Charlie Hustle, bro.
Yo.
She is hustling.
She's been hustling.
She's been hustling.
My guy.
But you heard, like, you know what? It's like it's very. I could say she's very mature now. She, you know, she knows what she wants. She's driven. She has found the shortcuts.
Exactly.
You
and
know,
I think
you know, those
we
shortcuts that work.
the thing is we can all learn from her. But guys, we can talk all we want, but we have to end off the show. It was lovely for you guys tuning into the show. And Jerry, what are you planning to do later on?
Hey, my man, finished my comedy of errors with what happened this morning, but I am going to go out and have fun, spend some time with my son, and work on tomorrow's show, man, because we got a nice show coming up.
Hey.
And yeah, you know, it's all festive. It's all Sundays.
We got to get people into that festive mood.
We got to talk about what presents we're going to get people and stuff like that, man. So yeah, that's me. And you, what are your plans? I'm
gonna go to a braai later on. One of the guys.
You look funny.
No, dog. They invited me over, but anyways, that's another topic for another day. We are going to come back tomorrow. So, guys, it is the end of the show. We have to love and leave you. But guys, do tune in again. Same time,
same place.
7 to 10 a.m. right here on I Love Melville. It is the Weekend Breakfast Suite.